Hello, and welcome to the KISJ community. My name is Jim French, and I'm the elementary school principal. I'd like to take a little bit of time today to introduce you to our school, let you know why you made the right decision to send your child here, and also have a clear understanding of some of the expectations as we move through this educational journey together. The elementary school is a different place than your child has ever gone to school before. So let's take a little bit of time and find out what makes us different. First of all, in the elementary school, we are a team, and we're here for one reason, and that is our students. If you look at the picture on the slide, you'll see that we have a lot of people supporting one child. And that's exactly how it is in the elementary school. There's a lot of people that are supporting your child. Of course, first of all, we have our parents. It's very important, parents, that you're on board with what our school is trying to do. And it's also very important that you support the school programs and the school expectations. All right, of course, we have our teachers. They are in the classroom with your children every single day, and they're the ones that are delivering the content. So we need to support our teachers in everything they do. The elementary office, we have our office assistants. They're here to make sure that things run smoothly, so that way your child can come to school and everything is arranged and organized, so that way learning can happen. Of course, we have our teaching assistants. Every grade level has a teaching assistant, and JK and Kinder have one per classroom. Again, they're working with our children every single day to make sure that their needs are met. And all the rest of the staff in the elementary school, we have our cafeteria workers, our cleaners. One thing that we do really stress with our students is how important it is to show respect for everyone in the building. And as a parent, we have that expectation for you as well. So why are we here? The elementary school mission statement is very clear on the purpose of the elementary school. We provide an emotionally safe and engaging environment while developing a high-quality English language instruction with an American-based curriculum. We aim to develop dragon characteristics in students as they learn to be critical thinkers, lifelong learners, and compassionate community members. One thing you're going to hear from your child a lot are the dragons, and we have 4 of them: respect, responsibility, communication, and of course collaboration. This ties in with everything we do. It's a very important part of our reporting process, and it's also a very important part of what we teach our children every single day here. As an elementary school, it needs to be very clear where we're going, and that is in our vision statement. We are a forward-thinking school that promotes hands-on experiential learning in an environment where students and teachers are empowered to be risk takers. So you might be asking, how is your vision being implemented? What does that mean in the elementary school? First of all, we have responsive classroom training for all teachers. This is a way for all of our teachers and students to be on the same page when it comes to expectations. Instead of telling students what to do, we work with students. So that way they understand the reason behind it, and they also can help to create classroom rules and organization which will better prepare them for their life ahead. Our social studies curriculum meets the needs of our community. It's not simply a boxed curriculum that pushes out irrelevant information. It ties in with our Korean culture and the area that we're actually in. We have science specialist classes for grades 1 through 5. What this means is your child will be in a science lab 1 to 2 times a week, depending on their grade level, and they're going to be doing hands-on science experiments, really fun things. Our 4th graders currently are dissecting owl pellets, and if you don't know what that means, you will when your child's in 4th grade. We also have a design tech or maker space. Again, hands-on learning is key in the elementary school. This is where your child will go through the design cycle of creating and innovating as they answer key problems and questions that tie in with their social studies and science curriculum. We also have a very strong cooperation with our parent community. Like I showed you in the picture before, we value our parent community and we work together to make this school the best it possibly can. That again is really what sets us apart, is we rely on our parents as part of the team. Rather than just sending your child to school, you're actually a part of what they do here. Again, we're going to continue with this. We also have robotics in the elementary school. We have robotics for grades 4 and 5 where they can actually be in a international competition in Seoul, but also our younger students have opportunities for robotics as well. We have ELL support materials. We consider every student in the elementary school as an ELL student, and we support every student on their level, no matter where they are, whether it be high or low, to make sure they make a lot of progress while they're here. We also have 2 drama productions in the elementary school. We have a 2nd and 3rd grade drama production and a 4th and 5th grade drama production. These are not small productions. These are productions that last several months in order to prepare students for the show at the end of each of those. And we've had some amazing productions in the past few years, and this is something that's very popular with our students. And again, it's something that all students have an opportunity to participate in. Also, we use Jeju as our second classroom. We have adventure trips where students hike the Olay trails. They learn about the plants on Jeju. They learn about the animals on Jeju, and also how to conserve those plants and animals. Now, let's talk about some of our core curriculum in the elementary school. What are our students going to learn? As an American-based school, we follow Arrow and Common Core standards in all subject areas. Also, all of our programs and curriculum are research-based and used by top international schools around the world. One thing about being an independent international school is we can be receptive to the most up-to-date best practices in education. So that way your child is getting state-of-the-art, cutting-edge education at all times. We have, for our reading and writing, we do Readers and Writers Workshop, which again is a very top-notch program, and it's something that really helps our students progress extremely well in reading and writing, which is fundamental in elementary school. Our math curriculum is based on the Common Core standards, and as you may know with the Common Core, it's all about showing and telling and explaining how to do math, not just simply rote math. Again, continuing on with what our students learn. In science, we use the next generation science standards. Again, these are the most up-to-date science standards and are regarded worldwide as the best science standards currently that are available. Our social studies, we use Common Core and Arrow standards, but again, we tie it in with what is around us, and it is created by our teachers with an understanding to make sure that it connects with our student community. We have very strong social emotional competencies. Again, the dragons of respect, responsibility, communication, and collaboration are extremely important for students to learn in the elementary school. It sets them apart and gets them ready for the rest of their lives. This is something that we talk about a lot, and it's something that we rely on to make sure that our students are prepared for the future. Can't say enough about our adventure trips. We also call them grit trips because sometimes our students have a little trouble hiking, but again, it's about having that challenge and then at the end, reaping the rewards of facing that challenge and moving forward. We also have special area classes. These are classes that help students to understand the world around them, have different teachers in a variety of different disciplines. Again, our Create Space and our Design Thinking class. They also take an art class, music class they have twice a week. They have a science lab once or twice a week depending on the grade level. Physical education, very important for elementary school, and it is twice a week. They also have a technology class to help prepare them for the future by learning coding and many other skills so that way they are ready for the future in technology. And of course they have counseling, extremely important in the elementary school that we really build those social and emotional competencies. We also have a very strong after-school program in the elementary school. The thing with our after-school program is we have the philosophy that everybody can join in the elementary school. So it doesn't matter if your child has never done basketball before or ran cross country. If they want to do it, it's okay. We have that full participation for all students. The focus is not about winning or losing. It's about being good sportsmen and showing effort in everything that they possibly do. Our language policy in the elementary school, again, is a little different than some of the other international schools around the world, but it's one that we believe in, and it really fosters a great sense of English skills, but also respecting the community around them. So while at school, students must speak English in the homerooms and special area classes. Students are allowed to speak their home language at lunchtime and at recess. Students use academic language in the classroom and social language when they're out on the playground, which are two totally different types of language. You might be asking, why is this the policy? So again, when we talk about everything we do in the elementary school, we base it on research. Research shows that students need downtime so they can focus on that academic language in the classroom. Having that downtime at recess and at lunch, speaking social language, gives their brain a bit of a break, so that way they can go back and really focus on English academic language, which is the language that we're really helping our students will learn, and they actually do. Homework in the elementary school is focused on helping students review what they've learned and giving them that opportunity to show mastery. So as you can see, each grade level has different expectations depending on what level they are. And it is very clear that as you get older, there are more expectations put on you, but we prepare students well for those expectations. Communication in the elementary school is very key. It's important that as a parent, you know what's going on. We have our parent news. You'll get text messages through your cell phone. Make sure that the elementary office has your most up-to-date telephone number. Also, we use Seesaw. Make sure that you've downloaded Seesaw and that you have your child's class code. That way you can get all of the updates, not only about the school, but also on what your child is learning in school. We have very clear communication protocols and timing in the elementary school policy. So in the elementary school, we ask that anytime you have a question, email your homeroom teacher. Okay, please do not call the office. Email your teacher directly. They can help you understand what's going on and sometimes alleviate any questions you might have. Feel free to email your homeroom teacher in Korean. They will respond back to you in English. It's very important that you allow them 24 hours to respond to any emails that you send. Our teachers are not in the classroom on computers. They're teaching students. When they finish, that's when they have time to answer messages. And sometimes it takes a little longer, so give them 24 hours. If for some reason you haven't heard from them in 24 hours, follow up with an email just to find out if they received your first one. Any meeting requests, again, email the teacher directly. Allow 24 hours for them to respond and set up the meeting time with you. It's very important in the elementary school that you understand the privacy policy. We do not disclose what happens with your child or other children. So if your child and another child has an argument or a dispute, you're only going to hear about your child. We're not going to tell you about the other child. We probably won't even tell you the name of the other child, because it's very important that as these children go through their learning journey, that they're not judged, that they learn to solve their own problems, but that they also can rely on privacy. Okay? Again, our parent community expectations. We expect positive communication from our parents. Even when there is an issue, we expect communication that is respectful of everyone involved. That's including our elementary school business staff and also our teaching assistants and of course our teachers as well. It's important that you respect each other and the community. When you're speaking about another parent or about another child, do so in a respectful manner. There shouldn't be rumors, there shouldn't be gossip. That doesn't show respect. And remember, your children are always watching what you're doing. When we talk about we're a team, it's important that you are being a positive member of the team. If you're speaking poorly of a parent or of another community member, your child's listening to that and they're learning that that's okay. And of course, that's not okay. It's also very important that you talk to your teacher about any questions you have. Do not email or message the Parent Association Board. They will not bring those concerns forward because, again, that violates our privacy policy. Again, talking about when things go wrong, respect each other and the confidentiality of everyone involved. Also, maintain perspective. It's important to understand that students learn by making mistakes. Your child is going to make a lot of mistakes, and that's great because that's the way they're going to learn. And it's important when they make those mistakes that we teach them how to solve their own problem. We have to give them that space. If every time our students have an issue, we swoop in and we solve that problem, they're never going to learn. The only thing they're going to learn is, Mommy and Daddy will solve my problem, and I don't have to do it, which of course does not prepare them for life. We want you to be involved. We're going to go back to that picture. We want you to be involved in the community. We want you to support the community. So let's look at some different ways that you can be involved. Every time that you hear something, presume positive intentions. Think positively about things that are going on. Children come home and they have a certain perspective on what's going on. It's important that you maintain that positivity and support the school. Watch the Dragon Dialogue videos. We're going to be releasing several throughout the year. It's important that you know what's going on. That way you can answer your children's questions as well. Volunteer to go on field trips. When we can, we're going to be asking parents to be part of the field trips, and it's important that you volunteer because, again, it shows your child that you are wanting to be a part of their education and that you're an active team member in the school. Be a risk taker. Try something new. We're going to be asking parents to do fun things. We might ask parents to volunteer to come and read in a classroom or do a field trip presentation or sometimes run cooking classes. It's okay if you're not comfortable doing that. Try it. That shows your children that you're a risk taker, and again, they're learning from everything that you're doing. Support each other and your PAB. Again, it's important that we all support each other so that way we can create a strong community moving forward. And finally, speak positively about KIS. This is your team. You're now on the elementary school team. It's the best one that you possibly can be on. I've been here for a long time and I absolutely love the school. We have amazing teachers at this school. I hired every one of them, and I can say with confidence that every single classroom is a top-notch educational institution. So welcome to the elementary school. It's going to be a wonderful year, and we're glad to have you and your child as part of the elementary school team.